Alright guys, welcome back to section 16 of the All Spider-Man fights, and today I'm going to give you two fights where Peter Parker is going to go head-to-head with the Supernatural. Now, first fight comes from my good friend Sly Cooper 88, and he pits Peter Parker against the likes of an Image character created by Robert Kirkman, known as the Gary Hamilton, aka the Wolfman, from the Astounding Wolfman comics. Now, for those who don't know what that comic is, I'll tell you. Now, obviously, the story is that Gary Hamilton was bit by a werewolf, and however, even though he can become a raging beast, he can actually control it. He can actually control being a werewolf, and instead becomes a superhero. He becomes a werewolf superhero who tries to protect the innocent. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, what happens is that he becomes a superhero. Now, unlike most werewolves, when Gary is in his werewolf state, he has superhuman strength, speed, agility, enhanced senses, and incredible claws that can cut through steel and teeth that can bite through steel. However, unlike most werewolves you see, Gary was bitten by an elder wolf, apparently. In that, he was bitten by an elder wolf that gives him a few more. It actually gives him enhanced strength, speed, agility, and senses higher than most werewolves. Not only that, he's also given a healing factor. And unlike other werewolves you see, Gary actually has control of his wolf form, and he can actually speak. He can think out problems. He's incredibly intelligent. It's only during a full moon that Gary loses all control of himself and is at full mercy of the beast. Gary also has, he also packs firepower. He actually, for a while, carried a wrist gun. He actually carried this wrist-mounted gun that could take out werewolves or vampires and shit like that. Also, he did learn hand-to-hand combat training as well, and that armor he's wearing is nearly bulletproof. So, yeah. He's very strong. In fact, I've seen him take down a giant monster, like almost got like colossal titan sized. He's taken on aliens, demons, warlords, vampires, other werewolves, all kinds of crazy shit. Very powerful, very underrated. He's now. I think they've now put him in now that his series has ended, he's in the Invincible comics, I believe. Could be wrong though. Anyway, sorry, I'm just losing my train of thought here. Anyway, let's get on to the verdict to see how well Spider-Man could take on the Wolfman. So, I'm going to say that this is going to be a no-kill fight for me. I don't think this is going to be one of those first meetings, like, I don't know you, you don't know me, we're going to fight kind of situations. Now, both of them have both Spider-Man and Gary, Spider-Man and the Wolfman, both have enhanced strength, speed, and durability, and are both pretty intelligent. And sometimes Gary will crack jokes when he's fighting, so I could see them going back and forth on it. They're both really great thinkers. They both have some major battle experience, but the thing with Gary being a werewolf is that his powers only last during the night. So when that sun comes up, he is going to lose his powers. So this fight obviously would have to be at night, and also his strength is, I think, if I remember right, because it's been a while since I've read the comics, I could be wrong, his strength also depends on the phases of the moon, kind of like with Moon Knight. So that could be another, that be another factor in the fight, depending on the phase of the moon. Again, I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've read the comic. Anyway, both these guys have some major battle experience. They're both very intelligent. And has Spider-Man fought werewolves before? Yeah, he's actually fought werewolves. He's fought and teamed up with Jack Russell, Werewolf by Night, and he's encountered other werewolves. So yeah, I think he would just be like, "Oh, you're a werewolf. Okay, that's new. That's I know how to combat werewolves." But however, I think he's going to have Gary as the Wolfman is going to have a few tricks up his sleeve that I think Peter would not be prepared for. But like I said, both of them are great hand-to-hand fighters. I could see both Gary and Spider-Man fighting on the rooftops of New York, going back and forth. Like, this would be one of those kind of chase things. This would be like one of those fight and then they run off, fight and then they run to another area. The other thing is that I could see Gary's claws cutting through Spider-Man's webbing. I've seen him tear through steel, so cutting through his webbing should... it might take a little bit, but I think you could actually bite and claw through his way through webbing. Through Spidey's webbing, for the most part. They both have some major stamina, but however, Spider-Man can get tired. It takes a little while, but Spider-Man can get worn out. Gary, on the other hand, he doesn't really get tired. His wolf stamina gives him quite a bit of longevity in terms of fighting. He also has that healing factor, so if any injuries Spider-Man does manage to inflict on Gary, granted not lethal, but probably something to slow him down, he can just heal from that, get right back in the game. So this is a real tough one, guys. I really don't know who would come out on top between these two guys. This is a real tough one, so I'm going to call it a draw. But who do you guys think would come out on top in this fight? Spider-Man or Wolfman? And stay tuned for our next fight, which is going to pit Spider-Man against a certain half-dog demon. So be prepared for that, guys.